Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave,
And I'm Dirk.
and today we're going to look at the fourth scenario for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign. So we just got back to the United States from invading, I guess, AIM Island unauthorized. And for some reason, there's some people who didn't like our actions.
Yeah, who's this Yahoo named Citizen V, anyways?
Yeah, he kind of looks like Homelander.
Okay,
Yeah, so let's take a look at this scenario.
so for this scenario, we are apprehending rogue agents. So we're going to grab Citizen V side A. If we're playing standard, if we're playing expert, we're going to grab side B. We're going to grab the Thunderbolts, and we're going to grab a standard encounter set. Now, we do have another video that goes over the different standard encounter sets, not only the ones that come with the different expansions, but also the ones that come with Con of Heroes. So if you want to see that, see some of the fun, interesting things that you can try with those, go ahead and take a look at that. But for this, to continue setup, we're going to grab one modular set and one additional modular set per player. Each of those has to have an elite Thunderbolt minion with it. So it's a limited set of ones that you can choose. But you're going to set aside each of those minions, and you're going to shuffle the rest of the encounter sets into the encounter deck, and you're going to reveal the Justice Like Lightning environment.
Okay. And yeah, so the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box came with 6 modular encounter sets that qualify for this, and some future products at this time, but are out now.
Yeah.
Were more. So we actually have more than 6, and we'll go over those in later videos.
Yeah, but they did give you enough so that you could actually do this with a full 4-player game and still have somebody left over so you can get a little bit of variety.
Yeah. All right. And then we have Apprehending Rogue Agent Side 1B. Starts with 1 threat per player. We add 1 threat per player per turn. Has 11 threat per player threshold. Each Thunderbolt minion gains guard.
Boo.
And then force response. After a player attacks a Thunderbolt minion, that a minion engages that player. So Thor would really like that. And then if the stage is ever complete, the players lose the game. All right, so this is the...
All right, so the Justice Like Lightning environment that it mentions for setup. So whenever this is revealed, each player is going to reveal a random set-aside Thunderbolt minion, or they're going to draw one. Then they will reveal that minion, and anything that is left over, you are going to attach to this. And then you're going to flip in expert mode. You're going to, let's see, you'll attach it to your flip, face up. In expert mode, each of the minions is going to gain toughness. That's right. And then you'll flip this over. So there will be 1 minion left that will be attached here.
Yeah, so this side is just set up, basically.
Just set up, yeah.
And then we have the Thunderbolt backup. The minion attached here is in play and can be targeted by attacks and abilities. So, like Dive Bomb or any of the AoE attacks, is nice. Force Interrupt. When the round ends, attach the Thunderbolt minion with the most damage here, swapping it with the minion already attached here, if any. Heal 1 damage per player from the attached minion, and if you're in expert mode, you're going to heal an additional 1 per player, so 2 per player, from that minion, and give it a tough status card. Now, so they're constantly doing a little tag team thing, and if you're playing expert, then they're going to be tough when they come back and engage you again.
Yeah, so it's like wrestling, like in a tag team match in wrestling. But one thing of note here is on the other side, it's talking about elite Thunderbolt minions. This side does not actually mention that. So if you do happen to have a Thunderbolt minion that's not one of the elite ones, it can still turn up here if it happens to be the one that has the most damage.
Right.
Not likely, and you'll find out why in a minute, but that can actually happen.
Yeah. And there's actually a Thunderbolt.
There's a couple of Thunderbolts.
There's a couple of Thunderbolts in here that come with Citizen V, not just the modular sets. All right. So then we got Citizen V side A. This is for standard. 2 scheme, 2 attack. Citizen V cannot be defeated unless there's at least 1 per player Thunderbolt minion in the victory display. So in a 4-player game, there would be 4 of the 5 elite Thunderbolts would have to be in the victory display. Force Interrupt. When Citizen V would activate against you during step 2 of the villain phase, if you are engaged with a Thunderbolt minion, Citizen V will not activate, and he gets to heal 4 damage instead, and he's got 12 threat per player.
One thing to actually note is it actually doesn't say that they have to be an elite here. So if you do have a way to put a Thunderbolt minion in the victory display that's not elite, it would still count.
Yeah.
Because there are ways to do that.
There's
a couple ways to do that.
Yeah, there's that one Justice side scheme. That's true. Be a way to trick the system, I guess.
That would, although that seems like that'd be, you would have to know that this is coming to do that.
Yeah.
But if not, that would be one heck of a stroke of luck. All right, so side B. So this is the expert side of him. He schemes for 3. He attacks for 2. He can't be defeated again unless there's one Thunderbolt per player in the victory. And his is the same. That he'll during step 2, if he would activate and you're already engaged with a Thunderbolt minion, then he's going to heal 6 damage instead. So
And he's got 16 threat,
16
health.
16 health per player. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that.
All right. Then we got Citizen V's sword. Gives him +1 scheme, +1 attack, 1 revealed. Attached to Citizen V. He activates against you. So that stinks, an extra activation. And then hero response. After you attack and damage Citizen V, spend 2 strength resources to discard this card.
All right. So then we start here with Jolt. So Jolt is a Thunderbolt with 5 hit points. She schemes for 0. She attacks for 1. She does have Villainous. And whenever she's defeated, you're going to place 3 threat on the main scheme. And as a hero action, you can exhaust your hero, place a parlay counter on Jolt. And then if there's 3 or more parlay counters on her, you're going to remove her from the game and she is not defeated. Now you notice it does not say add her to the victory. You can remove her from the game without adding her to the victory.
All right. Then we got 3 copies of Innocent Bystanders. It uses 4 bystander counters. And after you attack an enemy or an enemy attacks you, you either spend 1 resource of any type or place 1 threat on the main scheme, 2 threat instead in expert mode to remove 1 bystander counter from here.
Okay. All right, then we've got the Coming Storm. So this side scheme has 2 threat per player. Whenever it's revealed, each player engages. Each minion engage with the player clockwise from them. And this has a hazard icon on it. But so yeah, so on this one, basically, they all rotate.
All right. Then we got Rumbling Thunder. It's a side scheme. Comes in with 3 threat per player. When revealed, each minion engage with a player clockwise from them. And it comes in with an acceleration token.
So yeah, same as the last one, but different token. Then we've got 2 copies of the Down But Not Out Treachery. So whenever this one's revealed, you're going to choose a random Thunderbolt minion from the victory display and reveal it. You're going to place damage on that minion until it has 5 hit points remaining. And then you're going to remove this card from the game. And if no minion was removed this way or entered this way, the card's going to gain Surge instead. So this is a way for, even if you've already defeated them, put them in the victory display, 2 of them can come back.
Yeah.
Or the same one twice.
Which is kind of annoying, especially if you're just about ready to get the last one you need in the victory display, and then
yes,
pops up. I mean, at least it only has 5 hit points, so you should be able to put them right back.
But you still got to deal with them.
Yeah, then we got 2 copies of Tap In. When revealed,
tap me in.
Engage the Thunderbolt minion with the least damage that is not engaged with you. That minion activates against you. If no minion activated this way, Citizen V activates against you.
All right, so now we're going to take a look at some of the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, so we got 6 Thunderbolt modules. Each one has an Elite Thunderbolt minion as part of its modular set. So the first one we have is Gravitational Pull. It's for Moonstone. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 16 hit points. Aerial Elite Thunderbolt. Villainous Victory 1. Force response. After Moonstone activates, give her a tough status card.
So now I do believe that all of them will have Villainous, all of them will have Victory 1, and all of them will have this same force response. Right?
No.
Oh, no. All of them have a different... Oh, wait.
They all have a different force interrupt.
Oh, no. It's the different card. It's a different card that has the same force. We'll get to that. Sorry, my bad. All right, so Rule the Skies side scheme. So this one's got 3 threat per player. Each aerial character gets +1 attack. This has a hazard icon. And then if the activating enemy has an aerial trait, give this an additional boost if this comes out as a boost.
All right.
An additional boost card.
Then we have 2 copies of a Treachery Gravitational Pull. This is the card Dirk.
This is the one I was thinking about.
Yeah, so each minion has a card similar to this. Find Moonstone and reveal her. She activates against you. If she's already in play, she would engage you. If no enemy activates this way, the card gains Surge, and as a boost, exhaust a card you control.
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. They all have the same when revealed, but the boost is different on each of them. All right, and then the last one we've got here is Psychological Manipulation. So whenever this treachery is revealed, if you're in alter ego mode, you're going to discard an ally or support you control. Otherwise, the card will gain surge. And if you're in hero, you're going to deal X damage to the friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points, where X is equal to your hero's attack. And that does not have to be one of your friendly characters. That could be somebody else's. So you might kill somebody else's ally with that.
All right. The second module is the Songbirds module, which is called Hard Sound. 0 scheme, 0 attack, 16 hit points. Aerial, Elite, Thunderbolt, Villainous, Victory 1. Force Interrupt. When Songbird activates, give her 1 additional boost card for this activation. Okay. Time to face the music.
Yep. So we've got solid sound constructs. So with this comes out, you'll attach it to Songbird. She's not available. You're going to attach to the villain, but the attached enemy loses Stalwart. So if they had it, they'll lose it. And then if they don't have it, then it doesn't. That part doesn't have any effect. But as a force interrupt, whenever the attached enemy would gain a confused or stunned status, instead you will discard this. But while it's out, they have +1 amplify.
It's a status card because if they're steady, it still will trigger.
That is true.
All right, then we got Hard Sound Binding attached to your identity. When you would attack, discard Hard Sound Binding instead, then you are stunned. And as a boost, you are stunned. If you are already stunned, give the activating enemy an additional boost card.
Okay. We've got the Sonic Bubble side scheme. So this has got 3 pet per player. And then as a force interrupt, whenever any amount of damage would be dealt to an enemy, you're going to remove an equal amount from this threat here instead. And it has a crisis icon.
All right. And then this is Songbird's version of that treachery we were talking about. Hard Sound. Find Songbird and reveal her. That part's the same. She activates against you. If no enemy activated, gain surge. And as a boost, give the activating enemy an additional boost card.
Okay. The next one we've got here is going to be Batrock, and he's part of the Leaper module. So he's got 16 hit points. He schemes for 1, he attacks for 2, and his force interrupt is whenever he engages you, you're going to discard a card from your hand. Luckily enough, it is not random, so not quite as bad.
And we got a side scheme.
Coup de foudre.
Yeah, that's 5 threat. Force interrupt. When a minion engages a player, that player discards the top X cards of their deck, where X is the number of boost icons on that minion. Place 1 threat here for each printed energy resource discarded this way, and it's got an acceleration token.
Right, then we've got 2 copies of Batrock the Leaper. This is the treachery that reveals him, brings him out. All of that's the same, but the boost on this one is you're going to discard a card from your hand.
Okay, and then the final card, we got 2 copies of this treachery.
Parkour Kabatet.
Surge, when revealed, each player engages each minion engaged with the player clockwise from them. And as a boost, after this attack resolves, engage a minion in play that is not engaged with you.
All right, the next one we've got here is Black Widow, and she's part of the Pale Little Spider module. So she has 14 hit points. She schemes for 2. She attacks for 1. She has Retaliate as well as the others. And her force response is after she schemes against you, you're going to search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Handspring and attach it to her. And then otherwise you are confused.
And here is Handspring. We have 2 copies. You attach it to Black Widow. Otherwise, you attach it to the villain. Force interrupt. When attached enemy would take damage from an attack, deal that damage to the attacking character instead, and discard this card.
Okay, and then we've got Pride of the Red Room. So this side scheme has 4 threat. Whenever it's revealed, you're going to place an additional threat here for each preparation card in play, and that means preparation cards that you have as well as her, because, note, these are preparation cards. But this has an amplify icon on it.
All right, and then we got 2 copies of Pale Little Spider. So this is Black Widow's version of the same treachery. So she would activate against you, no activation surge. But the boost is you are confused. If you are already confused, place 1 threat on the main scheme. So the next module, the star of the module, is Radioactive Man, and it's called The Power of the Atom.
All right, so Radioactive Man has 18 hit points. He schemes for 1, he attacks for 2, and his force response is after he activates against you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. You know, because radiation poisoning.
Yeah, he's not part of the module. He's the star of the module. It's his module. So then we got 2 copies of radiation exposure, -1 scheme, -1 attack attached to your identity. If the attached identity has the gamma trait, this attachment gains +1 attack instead. And force response after you recover. You discard 1 card from your hand to discard. And it is a forced response.
Yeah,
So
this one would be kind of nice for She-Hulk or for Hulk especially, because he doesn't care about the -1 scheme. But it would be nice for She-Hulk as well. She just can't thwart as well with it.
right, and you can't recover.
Yes.
You don't want to recover in that case.
No, yeah, you still recover. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's a
Yeah.
forced response.
Yeah, you don't want to recover because you want to keep that.
Yeah.
All right, but then we've got runaway nuclear reaction. Yeah, it's as bad as it sounds. So this one, this side scheme has 5 threat on it and has a forced response. After radioactive man is dealt any amount of damage, you're going to place an equal amount of threat here. If there's ever 10 or more threat here, you're going to deal 10 damage to each character and discard this. And it's got a crisis icon on it. But yeah, that's each character. That is friendly and villain. So yeah, that wipes the board kind of.
All right.
Be careful when that one's out.
Then we got 2 copies of the Power of the Atom tree. So this is the same one. And the boost is take 2 indirect damage. All right. And then the final module we have.
All right. So the last one we've got here, this is the Supersonic. And this is Mach 4. So Mach 4's aerial has 16 hit points, schemes for 1, attacks for 2. And each character with the aerial trait cannot make basic defenses against Mach 4's attack. So you have to either use, if you're not aerial, you either have to use defense cards or you're just taking it.
All right. Then we got some blasters, a +1 attack. It's an attachment attached to Mach 4, otherwise attached to the enemy with the highest attack. Attached enemies' attacks gain overkill and range. And hero response. After you attack and damage the attached enemy, you can spend 2 energy resources to discard this card.
All right, we have the heat-seeking missiles. So this one you're going to attach to Mach 4, otherwise attach the villain. It has 4 missile counters, and then as a force response, after the attached enemy attacks you, you're going to remove a missile counter and take 2 indirect damage.
All right. And we got a side scheme, aerial dogfight, comes in with 3 threat, hinder 2 per player. Reduce the damage each aerial character takes from each attack by 2, unless the attacker or attack has the aerial trait, or the attack has range, and it is a hazard.
Okay. And then final thing we've got here is 2 copies of Supersonic. And this is Mach 4's treachery, does the same thing to bring him back. And the boost on this one is if the activation is an attack, it gains overkill and ranged.
All right. So yeah, so this was the 4th scenario in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And what's kind of interesting is we've had multiple products that's come out since this box that adds to this specific module, this specific scenario only. Yes. So, I mean, of course, there are modular sets you can
play. Yeah, they're modules. You can use
play them
outside. And we do that.
But this requires specific modules, and it came with 6, and now we're in the double digits.
Yeah, I think we're, what, around 10 or 12? Are we 10 or 12?
11.
11? Okay.
Yeah, you were wrong in both cases.
Hey, I was on either side of it. That's good enough for me. Yeah. I was in the ballpark.
Okay. We're not going to let you control, targeting. It's like,
hey,
only killed.
If I'm doing it like him, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I only killed half of the innocents. Those people still survived. All right. Anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.
And if you want to see more content by us, go ahead and hit that notification bell down there, and you'll get alerts whenever we post new videos. All right, see you.